The artist that I have chosen to do my research on and to present is Jaume Plensa. Just a few things about him to start. He was born on August 23rd, 1955 in Spain, and he lives and works there. A lot of his work is done in Spain. A lot of the awards he's received and the exhibits are done in Spain. So one of the main things he's known for is the different depictions of the human face. And as you can see in these different pictures, these are all different sculptures that he has done around the world. What's really cool is that all these different materials that he's using. What's interesting in his career, he did a lot of abstract work before he really transitioned to figuration. So some of the materials that he's used, some of the main ones, glass, steel, and bronze, and stone. So what's really cool about his sculptures and the different artwork that he has is that he combines or blends these materials with unconventional media. So that's water, light, sound, because he really wants to create this different type of energy and symbolism in his artwork. And he really wants physical weight and volume to the components of the human face or condition. So one of the main projects or commissions that really was the turning point in his career was his commission, The Crown Fountain, in 2004. And this is in Chicago. These two towers, as you can see in the bigger image, they're two 50-foot glass towers with LED panels or screens, and then it has water sheet that covers the entire thing. And he uses the panels, the LED panels, to illuminate different images. So as you can see in both images that I have, there's two different faces. And so it's really cool that he can really change the effect or the images to create different effects. In the picture in the box, it almost seems like the water is coming out of the mouth or the nose of the face, which is really cool because that really brings in the viewer and really involves the viewer into his artwork. What's really cool too is that there's this big skin pool that connects both towers on the bottom. And it's black granite. It's only an 1/8 inch deep, but it's 232 feet long by 48 feet wide. And again, this really is really cool, a way that the viewers are able to connect to his work. So there's a lot of spirituality and different symbolism in his work that he tries to create. So he wants to create these sculptures and installations that really unify the individuals through connections of the body, spirituality, and memory. One of the cool things, one of the exhibits or themes that he's done for some of his artwork, or a lot of it, I guess, is the alphabet. So as you can see in this bottom image, it's just letters or words that create this beautiful sculpture of the human figure. And one of the things that I've read about him when it came to this theme of the alphabet is he wanted to make literature tangible. And so again, going back to what he wants to accomplish is he really wants to show things that he normally wouldn't be able to describe. So in the quote above that I have, he said, "Sculpture is not only talking about volumes, it is talking about something deep inside ourselves that without sculpture we cannot describe." And so I think that's one of the main goals of his artwork, is to create these things from inside ourselves or inside him that he can't describe without sculpture. So he's had a lot of exhibits around the world. Again, going with the theme of the alphabet, these two images were from that exhibit. I didn't list it here, but in the boxes I listed other exhibits that he's had around the world. One of the exhibits is actually going on right now in New York. It's called New Prints and Editions, and it's showing from July 8th to August 13th. And I really wish I could go because his artwork is beautiful. And I was able to look at the different images from the gallery at gallerylong.com. So if anybody wants to check that out, that's where it is. So he's received a lot of different awards from his different sculptures, and he's received a total of 36 awards over the past 35 years. So that's basically, well, it's more than how long he's been doing this, but since 2005, he's received at least one award every single year. And below, those are just some of the important ones that stood out to me from the awards that he's received. But one of the last one is actually for this year, 2021, and he was awarded the Artist of the Year. And just to end, he's had, I just wanted to list the different cities that his projects and sculptures have been in. And he's one of the world's foremost sculptors in the public realm. And so a lot of his projects were celebrated in Calgary, Chicago, San Diego, Montreal, London, Paris, Dubai, Bangkok, Shanghai, and Tokyo. So what I love about his artwork is that even though the figures and the faces are so similar, a lot of them use the same material, they mean something completely different when they are in a different setting or different location. And that's what I love about all his different works and why he's done it in all the different locations around the world, is because he's able to connect with each culture in a different way, and it means something different in each culture. One of the things I wanted to end on was this quote by Plensa that I think also really helps to explain his work. It says, "I was born in the Mediterranean, which means that I need to touch everything, to caress my objects and to touch my dreams. My fingers are my eyes."